Hey, good morning, everyone. I've been talking to myself for the last 30 minutes. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Friday. And let me just take a quick, brief moment to read my disclaimer. This broadcast is for educational and demonstration purposes only. I am not a licensed financial advisor. If you're not familiar with the risks associated with trading, please consult with a licensed financial advisor. With that being said, okay. My name's Rory Powers, and I'm highlighting the AI Auto Trader, which is a fully automated trading system that runs within the NinjaTrader 8 platform. When the strategies are enabled, the system will execute and manage the trades on your behalf. We've got some really powerful portfolio of strategies, very diversified. We're currently running them on all of the futures index equities. That's the Dow, the E-mini, S&P 500, the NASDAQ, and the Russell. We've also integrated crude oil and gold into the portfolio. So they're very liquid instruments, very small difference or disparity between the bid and ask. So we can get into these positions with a minimal amount of slippage, although it does exist. Today at 1 o'clock, if you'd like to learn more about the AI Auto Trader, I'll be doing a live presentation, and I've put the registration link in the chat box. I was talking to myself earlier about how great gold was moving today. You could see on my leaderboard, gold is my number one strategy. I have a gold bot that's up $2,700 today, and it's been riding these big moves up and down all morning. Came right to the top of our leaderboard. If you could hear my voice, just give me a sign that you could hear me now. Thank you, Rao. Appreciate it. All right, let's go. I need another bounce on the E-mini and the NQ. I was saying before I realized I wasn't live. Really, our strongest strategies are on the NASDAQ and the E-mini. We do have some sessions that crude oil and gold, when there's some really nice volatility and movement, they'll come to the top of our leaderboard. But for the most part, most days, you'll find that the NASDAQ and the E-mini are at the top. However, we do run all the instruments, and if we see gold or crude oil is having a banner day like today, we'll piggyback those trades. I was in, right before I went live, I was in a really beautiful long trade on gold. You could see it here on my chart. And seeing that it came to the top of my leaderboard, I did copy it onto my Apex account. Looks like I'm still in this position on the E-mini long. So I'm still E-mini long. And gold has just been crushing it all morning. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy a stop here. I don't see a stop on my chart because it's on my trade copier, but I'm going to buy a stop. Right about the VWAP. This gold has just been crushing it today. Look at the Russell. The Russell's in a one-day pass. Whoops, sorry about that. Yeah, the 2 Unarenko, exactly. Eater. I had a great friend in high school named Eiter. I'm not sure if you pronounce that your name Eater or Eiter. Great guy. Heck of an athlete, too. The scalper was in a beautiful trade right before I went live. Let's take a look at the scalper. BC scalper, NQ BC scalper, 8U. Let's see if the bot's in it. No, the bot's not in it. So this historically isn't one of the best times. I was saying that, and I'll be talking more in the webinar this afternoon at 1 o'clock Eastern. I put a registration link in the chat box. What I was saying was the technology that this system is leveraging. Each and every one of our bots. This is a fully automated system that runs on the NinjaTrader 8 platform. Each and every one of our bots runs in tandem with what we call a drone. And they're sharing a database that's housed on your own computer. The drone is going to run 23 hours a day. And it's going to share the information with the bot. And I'll be going over this in today's webinar. On the average true range of the market, where the best place to position your stop and profit targets is. It'll also tell it the trading hours. When during the day, the drone trades 23 hours a day. And it's going to tell the bot historically what time of the day it does the best. Thank you. And the bot is going to dynamically change the trading session hours to only trade when it does the best. Okay, we're getting a little movement now on the ES. We're getting a little bit of a bounce. Here we go. Let's go. Our scalper's in long. Let's see if we can break through this area of resistance. Come on, break on through. Let's go to the moon. Come on. Break it. Break it. There we go. There we go. We just broke that pivot. Got some running room now. Now that area of resistance now becomes an area of support. Boom, we're in. Gold just took off long. So the AI model, in order for that data to be relevant, It needs to build up in your computer. If you just came aboard, don't be discouraged. The last few days have been a little choppy and rough. But what's going to happen is the drone is going to continue to feed the bot data, and the more data we get, the more accurate the output becomes. Well, I tell you, the ES can be very difficult to manage. You go from up 500 to down to up 150 very quickly. Let's get a big bounce up here. Gold's going to jump in again long, watch. Come on, one more big ride up. No, there's no reason to say that, Eder. I think your concern is genuine. All right, this gold scalper just took off short. Getting some really good volatility in gold. The counter you see at the bottom right of our chart, that's contracts per minute. Volume. How many contracts per minute are crossing? Take a quick look at the stock market. Right behind me here on YouTube, we've got David Wise, who's our options trader. We have two really nice revenue streams here at Right Line Trading, one with futures, one with options. David Wise is really a master at trading options. If you've been intimidated to try to trade options in the past just because you're not very familiar with it, he's great for beginners. He doesn't take risks. You know, you've heard all these horror stories about trading options, but I assure you, following his trades, he's a master at minimizing risk. You'll never risk more than the cost of the position. Come on now, let's get a big bounce up. I was trying to go through my what have you done for me latelys. Gold one-day pass looks decent. Come on, give me one more push up. No, the system definitely does take losers, George. This definitely is not the Holy Grail. I could definitely assure you of that. I wish it were. Right now, our best one-day pass, and this is very consistent, week after week, this NQ30 range, which is really our haymaker strategy, but the trade management, it leverages 10 contracts on a 62 tick profit target just to pass the evaluation on a $50,000 account. You can see it's batting almost 100, 92%. Our PA account template, really doing exactly what it's designed to do. Just, bring in a couple $100, $100 to $200 a day on the average after commissions, with very little drawdown. This is trading one contract. You could always scale up and trade more. Thank you, Rao. I appreciate that. Come on, let's get one more big push up. I took a big loser on the E-mini this morning, and I have a shot now to make it back. I'm very tempted to close my position. What I could do now, what I like to do, is if I right-click on my stop, I could pin it. I could attach it to my indicator, which I like to do. And I can attach it to my modified fast, which is my 15 EMA. And if I do that, then my stop really becomes a momentum-based trailing stop. It's attached to my 15 EMA. And with the E-mini, I mean, if it comes back just a little bit on us, you go from being up 500 to up 100. You get back a lot of profits. I see my RSI line is pinned to the top. That means momentum is headed straight up. So you can see it just retraces just a little bit and gives back a lot of that profit. But my technicals are still lined up to the upside. I'm just having a hard time getting through that area of resistance. I'd love to see it break through there and run a little bit for me. So here's my drone, my NQ8U-BC Scalper drone. And if I put it on the bot, you see the bot hasn't really kicked in yet. Bot hasn't kicked in yet. It's waiting for the times of the day that it's the most profitable, which right now it's not. I'm long the E-mini and I'm short gold. Just taking a quick look at the stock market. Nasdaq's up 0.75%. Russell about 0.5%. E-mini 1/3%. Dow about 0.2%. Come on, push up now. Break through this area of resistance. There goes gold again. I need to copy gold again. I copied a couple of trades on gold and I made 400 or 500 and I turned it off. But this is what's really nice about running these in sim and getting a leaderboard pre-market, running them pre-market and seeing which one is performing the best in this particular environment. The gold drone, this bot here on gold, was calling our name all morning. Oh, thank you, Marcy. I really appreciate that. We see we're in a really nice long trend here. Our 2-minute, we have our 50 EMA is green, our 15 is green, sloped up. So we're really looking for long entries on the NASDAQ. We got a nice retracement back to the 50 and a continuation up into the direction of the trend. Look at gold. Taking some heat on this E-mini trade. Come on, bounce up. Let's go. Retesting this area of resistance on the E-mini. Our RSI line just stayed locked the whole time. Let's see if we can push through now. With the reports, the news reports that came out today, I always like to read what the news was. That consumer confidence improved in December. And let's see what that inflation report said. So consumer confidence improves in December. I know I bought the kids some Christmas presents this Black Friday and Cyber Monday. And I know I spent a little bit of money. Come on, let's push up. Need this Santa Claus rally. Look at gold go, man. Holy moly. I'm tempted to take profits on this E-mini trade. Let's see if it pushes through. Mm. Came back from a really red day on the on my Apex accounts. That 30 range at 8:30, there was that news report. I had it enabled and took a full loser. And trading gold and a second trade now on the E-mini, able to get those accounts back up into the green. Another strategy that's been doing well, I was talking with Mark yesterday, is that runner. We have an NQ runner. This is for the month of December on my NQ runner bot. The summary is just under $500. Very little drawdown. My drone is very similar. Just up over 673 after commissions. Very little drawdown. So this bot and drone, the NQ8 Unarenko runner, bot and drone. Let's take a look and see how it's doing today. NQ8U. Hasn't taken a trade yet. That's the Steven. The drone is down 130. My Steven bot has been consistent this month as well. These are the numbers on the Steven bot for the month of December, which is really only this week. It's up just under 500. Profitable 78% of the time. So you could see the way this works is my Signal C Steven drone, which trades 23 hours a day, is up $3,355. But what it did was it told the bot what times of the day it does the best. So the bot turned that mess into a much more efficient output. The drone's down 3,300, but the bot, trading only during the sessions that it's profitable, is up $500. And if you look at the time analysis on this example, the bot did well between at 8:30 to 9 and 10 to 10:30. If we look at the drone, it picks out these bars that it does the best in, and it'll only trade during those times. So it really makes the output a lot more efficient. Went from 3,300 in the negative. The bot now is trading 500 in the positive. So really our number one goal with automation is to be able to filter out the losers. And of course, we're never going to be able, to get it 100%. Going back to what Eder and George were talking about. But listen, that's our number one mandate, is to filter out as many losers as possible. So with this technology, with the drones and bots running in tandem, has been a really efficient way to do it. Is it perfect? No. It's absolutely not the holy grail. But it does provide us with an edge over the other retail traders. Just to keep things interesting, let's look at the open positions. The bot actually took this trade. So now the bot, from the data, from historical data, this time window, 10:30 to 11, is included in the most profitable time to trade for this particular strategy. So the bot is in this move to the long side. With the range of the market, it significantly increased my first profit target. I can tell you that. My first profit target normally is about 20 or 25 ticks on this strategy. The range of the market is pretty wide right now, so it increased my first profit target to a very ambitious target. Looks like it's about 100 ticks. Maybe 150. I do have a 50-tick trailing stop. What I like to do is, if I see my trade coming into resistance, I like to move my first profit target right below it. Give it a clear shot. Now, I took profits on that contract, and I'm in this second one. If I can get through this area of resistance, then I have a home run. But I know from experience that sometimes price will bounce off of these areas of resistance. I wound up taking profits on this E-mini trade because it was stuck right at that area of resistance. So I'm curious to see if it breaks through. But listen, I closed the position with, I think, $425 in the green, so I'm pleased with it. I'll take it. Excuse me for just a moment. I'm going to use the restroom. It looks like my 5-minute is actually still in the Signal A drone. Let's take a look and watch that trade. It's the ES 5-minute Signal A. Oh my goodness. Look at that profit target. Gold is still flying up and down. Which template, Vincent? The gold scalper one? Steven shared it with the community. It should be in the bottom channel of our Discord chat, if I remember correctly. Or you can get with Charles. He'll be happy to share it with you. But listen, Eder really brought up a good point. I'm glad that you mentioned that, Eder. You know, he had said that most of the week that strategy did very poorly. So it's important to heed that information, right? He said most of the week it did poorly, but today it had a banner day. So really our methodology is to run these strategies pre-market in a sim account. And we look for the ones that are performing the best. So on any other day of the week, that strategy probably wouldn't have come to our leaderboard. But I'll tell you, pre-market it did a few times. It trades really well pre-market. And you'll see that in the analysis of your trade performance. But when you see it having a banner day, you know, that's the time to, obviously, that's when you want to trade the thing. I'm wondering if gold is still active. The way it's moving, I'm going to try to get another trade on gold. Maybe we'll get another short roll here. I'm thinking it might have reached its session limit. Within the strategy parameters, for demonstration, what we normally do is we just let the profit and targets go, you know, the daily session profit limit and daily session profit loss, we leave them wide open. But if you're trading a live account, within the strategy parameters, you could set a daily profit target. If I go to my AI Auto Trader, I could set my daily profit target for, say, 800. So if I make $800, that strategy is going to stop trading for the day. You might have a larger account or a higher risk tolerance than me. You might want to go for 2,000. You know, it's totally adjustable. Whatever your specific, you know, risk tolerance is. If you only want to lose 400 or 300, you would put it here. And that template or that strategy will stop trading when one of those values has been met. Looks like we jumped in short again on gold. Let's see if we can get this one to roll for us. Taking some heat. I'm going to bring my stop right to the 50. And try and get a short roll here. I love the idea, George. I think that's a good idea to start broadcasting. You know, maybe at 8:30, just showing the leaderboard. But you know, if you go on your Ninja Trader and you click on your accounts tab on the bottom, if you click on your accounts tab and you click on your gross realized or realized P&L column, you could bring to the top in chronological order the most profitable to the least profitable, and you can create your own leaderboard on your computer. But I think your suggestion is a really good one, and I'm going to bring it up to the team. Mark Miller, who's the owner, great guy. He had asked us in the past. He said, "Hey, what do you think about just running the AI auto just 24/7?" So he's definitely open to those types of suggestions, and I'll definitely run it by him, George. See if I can get this gold. I need one more move down on gold. I might be a little late to the party. I see volume is very low. Wonder how many contracts I'm trading. Oh, I moved my stop. That's what it is. I moved my stop way up. 9 a.m. would be early enough? Okay. Come on, I need this roll off the 50. I'm in this trade on my Apex accounts. I'm going to run to the restroom for just a second. I'll be right back. We're going to wrap up at 11 a.m., but before I do, we'll do a quick recap of the day's events. Excuse me for just a moment. Ouch. That gold bounced on me. I thought it was going to go my way. Ouch. Okay, we jumped into a nice one here on the BC scalper. I'm hoping that's the bot. The E-mini stuck right at 6107 there, 6108. Come on, gold. Come back down. I'm in a nail biter on gold here. Push down, gold. Mm. Mm. Very low volume. Really, in this type of trading environment where there's 14 contracts a minute crossing, I have no business in this trade. There's just no volume. There's a really nice filter in the strategies that will prevent you from getting into a low volume trading environment. One of the conditions is volume contracts per minute. Yeah, gold's going to bounce here. Come on down. Really like to get out of the trade. I'm going to squeeze it a little bit. Here we go. Here we go. Scalper just jumped in short on the NASDAQ at 2,000 contracts a minute. Really nice volume on the NASDAQ right now. Come on, gold. Push down. Hmm. Again, we got our profit target below this pivot. I'm going to move it up right above the pivot. Take profits right there on that. And if we can get through those areas of support, we'll hit a second profit target. But those blue lines below and red lines above, those are areas of support or resistance. Price could bounce. There's a lot of buyers or sellers sitting right there at those price points. And price has reversed previously, earlier, at those price points. Gold's right back in long. I turned my copier off on gold because the volume was so low. But it had a really great session, $2,500 today. Seems to be a lot of selling pressure now on the NASDAQ. But we're coming really close to 11. We got about 5 more minutes. I just want to remind you today at 1 o'clock, we're doing a live webinar. I'll put it in one more time. But if you scroll up on the chat, you'll see a registration link. If you can't make it live, go ahead and register anyways, because we're going to send out a replay. Gold is very close to scoring again. This is what I was looking at here. I love that haymaker entry right here on this 30 range. The RSI line would need to come into this green area. This RSI line is this yellow line on my oscillator. The haymaker runs on the 30 range. And when you get a big move down like that, when you get that retracement back to the 50, you can sometimes catch a beautiful haymaker trade short. Nice and tight to the 50 when there's good volume. Right now, volume kind of went back down a little bit. And our RSI line needs to come up above the 80. Now our 50 has to be red to take a short trade. We don't want it to take counter trend trades. So one of the conditions in the haymaker strategy is we check off the 50 signal. In order for it to go short, the 50 needs to be red. So we're right, it's turning yellow now. Here we go with gold. Okay, last trade. Let's see how gold ends the session. And I'm going to quickly go over our leaderboard for the day. Not a very good day for the AI auto. But we did have some strategies that gave us the opportunity to make a little bit of money. With the gold drone up about $2,700. The NQ retirement plan had a beautiful trade right after the market opened. Another strategy that runs on gold is called the gold nugget. Did well. Our ES30 star is up 187. The Stephen Bot is up 65. Had a nice consistent week this week. The Russell very up nominally with the ES6U. So as market conditions improve, so will the performance. And I just want to remind you today at 1 o'clock we're going to be doing that live presentation. Come join me. We'll go over the results for November, answer any questions that you might have, and we have a special holiday offer for the AI Auto Trader. I hope everybody has a blessed weekend. I want to thank you for joining me today. And I hope you have a great weekend. Have a great day, everybody. So long.